And reports of kidnappings that end up as murder investigations after bodies of missing persons are recovered have been rampant for the last few weeks. Now, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations profiling one suspect in the recent incidents as a 20-year-old man who derived pleasure from his killing spree. Raquel Moigay sought answers on the mind of such a murderer and found that it's not as easy as ABC to explain. But the common theories of lacking empathy and a troubled childhood appear to be a common denominator in such individuals.
The vampire has been on a killing spree, targeting children between the ages of 12 and 13 years. He single-handedly massacred his victims in the most callous manner, sometimes through sucking their blood from their veins before executing them. The subject of this horror movie-like social media post by the DCI, 20-year-old Masten Milimo Anjala. He, however, isn't the only one to have carried the tag serial killer in the country. He joins the list of self-confessed serial killers like Philip Onyancha, who confessed to killing 18 women in 2009 and sucking their blood. Godfrey Maderi, nicknamed Naivasha Vampire, who just like Onyancha confessed to drinking blood from the victims he raped before killing them. And Edward Shimoli, nicknamed Carlos the Jackal, who confessed to 14 murders and 88 rapes. He escaped committing maximum prison 4 times before eventually serving a full sentence and being gunned down by police officers in 2007 after his release.
It will not be easy for you to identify that this person is a serial killer simply because they don't exhibit, like, say, recognizable characteristics that you can easily say that they are different.
I mean, they can be very charming, superficially very charming. They're usually intelligent. But in essence, what they have is poor judgment. They have a lot of impulsivity. They fail to learn from their experiences.
Serial killers or patent killers provoke revulsion, but also a certain sense of fascination in the general public. But what can modern psychology and neuroscience tell us about what is going on in the mind of such individuals?
What seems to be happening in the brains of the psychopaths is that this connectivity between the amygdala and the cortex is not functioning normally. So that you would be much more likely to act on impulse when you have certain emotional drives.
Simply put, the orbitofrontal cortex behind your eyes guides your behavior, determining how you should react to different stimuli. The amygdala deep within the brain is responsive to emotions like fear and anxiety. If they correspond normally, your judgment will be sound as perceived by society.
Like they totally lack empathy. Realize that they, even the way they commit their killings, they not only kill their victims, they go ahead to even mutilate their bodies.
And not everybody who's a psychopath is going to be a killer. There are a lot of individuals who could be psychopathic in their tendencies and do very well in business, for example.
Modern psychology and neuroscience agree that serial killers can be born and also made, a character shaped by their social environments from early childhood.
A serial killer, for instance, will not just wake up one day in the morning and start killing people. It is something that goes from one stage to another. It is our responsibility as members of the community, when we see someone is drifting, we should also take interest and try to establish why is this person, exhibiting some form of new character that he has not been having previously.
And while neuroscientists like Zul Merali plan to undertake more research in understanding the bizarre and blood-chilling world of serial murders, globally, neuroscience research is being done among young offenders to prevent them from becoming cold-blooded serial killers. Raquel Moigay, Citizen TV.